Hey there, folks. My name is Jonathan Hopper, and it is 9:30 p.m. in the biology lab. And what I have here beside me are the organic molecules test tubes that you might see on your lab midterm here at Shelton State Community College. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run you through these real quick and have a little bit of a conversation about them. First, I have these two. That nice light blue color, very characteristic of a benedicts reaction. Benedicts is looking for simple sugars like glucose. And what you would expect to see is a negative for simple sugars being that light blue, and that darker orange being a strong positive for the presence of simple sugars. If it was a weak reaction, like small amounts of simple sugars, it'd be more of a green color. But that orange, oh man, lots of simple sugars. Next, we did a test for lipids, and a lipid test is called a Sudan test, and they look something like this. Both of these are Sudans, but one's positive, one's negative. Do you know which one's which? The one with the red ring here, that is positive for lipids. Basically, when these settle out, the lipids float to the top and form this nice red ring. This one over here, the one that's just kind of red water, that would be negative for lipids. That would be a negative Sudan test. Then we have these two. These are an iodine test looking for starch. When starch is present, iodine turns very dark. So the test tube on the right over here, I'm not sure how this is going to look from the imaging, but the one that is dark, that is positive for starch, and the one that just looks like iodine in water, that would be a negative for starch. Starch turns dark in the presence of iodine. A polysaccharide, as it were. And then last but not least, when you're looking for peptides, when you're testing for the presence of proteins, you do a biuret test. And these are both a biuret test. The one that's light blue is negative for the presence of proteins, of peptide bonds, whereas this one, the purple one, is a positive for proteins. That is a positive biuret test. And team, that is about the extent of that. So have a look at your chart, make sure you understand what you're doing, and have a wonderful day. I hope you do fantastic on your lab test.